Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Listening Booth, episode number 46. Hey, thanks for tuning in, folks. My name is Phil Swanson, and I'm speaking to you from my little demo studio here in Flemington, New Jersey. And hey, it's great to be back. I actually haven't done a live stream, a Listening Booth since early November, I believe it was. So it's been over a month, but hectic times. The holidays always are, right? So, but hey, folks, thanks for tuning in. This is my holiday show. And like I said in the announcements for this, Christmas, the holidays, whatever you want to call it, is a time which can be very joyous, very hopeful. We all hope for the possibility of peace on earth, right? That's what all the carols say. But it also can be a time of great pain for some people and loneliness. It's not always a bowl of cherries for people. People that suffer from depression are hit real hard at this time of year. They suffer from loneliness and all kinds of stuff. So there's all kinds of facets of the holiday season. And I wanted to, during this holiday show, try to hit on all of them. Try to hit on the joy, try to hit on the sadness, try to hit on the hope, all that kind of stuff. So I guess we'll just get right to it. The comment board is open, so if you want to comment at any time, please feel free to do so. Always like when that happens. Also, this is live right now, but I will be sharing this to my Facebook page, and it'll be on for as long as Facebook deems it necessary, I guess. So I'm going to open up with a song. This is a song that from my childhood, actually. One of my favorite Christmas albums when I was a kid was Snoopy and the Royal Guardsmen. It came out in 1967, I believe it was. Check my notes here. Yeah. And, oh, man, it was my favorite Christmas album. And this is from that. A little bit different version of the song, but this is called Kinda Looks Like Christmas. Which it does. Right here in New Jersey, it is snowing right now. So mittens filled with tiny hands, little heads are making plans. Take a trip to Santa Land. Kinda looks like Christmas. Everywhere I go I see noses frozen merrily. Every tree's a Christmas tree. Kinda looks like Christmas. Well, everything is green and red and silver, so don't you run inside. Remember when the snow is falling, will ya? Well, make believe we're gliding in a sleigh, riding by my side. Jingle bells work through the air. Pumpkin pies are everywhere. People acting like they care. Kinda looks like Christmas. Well, everything is green and red and silver, so don't you run inside. Remember when the snow is falling, will ya? Well, make believe we're gliding in a sleigh, riding by my side. Jingle bells work through the air. Pumpkin pies are everywhere. People acting like they care. Kinda looks like Christmas everywhere. Everywhere. Kinda looks like Christmas on the uke. That album, as I was saying before, Snoopy and the Royal Guardsmen, I still have this album on my iPod. In fact, I still have it on vinyl, and I still listen to it every Christmas time. I'm a stickler about Christmas music. I know a lot of people, some people listen to Christmas music all year long. I'm a stickler at it. It's not allowed to play in my house until Santa Claus comes down whatever the street is in New York City in the Thanksgiving Day parade. That is when you can play Christmas music, starting on Thanksgiving Day and through, New Year's, I guess. And then it comes off of my iPod. I just take it off. But anyway, I wanted to make a little comment on, part of the problem I think that not everyone, but some people have with Christmas is that your Christmas memories that you have are pretty much created from your childhood, depending on the type of Christmases you had. You have a certain standard based on those memories that you have. Those early Christmas mornings when you run down the stairs with your siblings and there's all these presents that Santa left, that's what sticks in your mind. And then when you're an adult, I'm not saying that you don't have nice memories of your own kids. Of course you do. But you're all back in the cobwebs of your brain. You're always trying to get to that feeling again that you had as a little kid, and it's a hard standard to keep. I think you're trying to reach perfection. You want your kids to experience the same things that you did as a little kid. That's what sometimes sets us all up. You've done it before, over decorating, over purchasing gifts, showering your kids with gifts. And sometimes that can cause you to lose sight as to, what it's all about, actually. And I'm sure it's the same true with the other holidays that people might celebrate during this season, Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and whatever, whatever faith you follow. But anyway, I wanted to mention that. So I wanted to play this song, and like I said, I'm not only going to be hitting on Christmas carols on this Christmas special, I'm also going to be hitting on songs that I think they might not be Christmas songs, but they strike on some of the chords, so to speak, of Christmas. And this I thought was appropriate. Just give me a sec here. This is a David Bowie song, an old David Bowie song that I thought was appropriate for the holiday season. La la la, la la la. La la la. Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh. Lean back on my radio. Oh, oh. Some cat was laying down some rock and roll, a lot of songs there. Then a loud sound, it seemed to fade. Came back like a slow voice on a wave of fade. There were no DJ, that was hazy cosmic jive. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but I think he'd blow our minds. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, but he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children use it. Let all the children use it. Let all the children lose it. La 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 la. too. Look at your window, you can see his light. If we can sparkle, he may land tonight. Tell your papa he'll get us locked up in a fry. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he think he'd blow our minds. There's a star man waiting in the sky. Told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let all the children use it, let all the children use it. Starman waiting in the sky, like to come and meet us, but he thinks it'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky, told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let all the children use it, let all the children go get la 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 la. Starman. I thought it was appropriate for the holiday season. I descend from Swedish lineage, so Starman has a symbolic significance there, because one of the holidays, when I was growing up as a kid, we would celebrate the Swedish holiday of St. Lucia Day, which has star children in it and all kinds of stuff. I won't get into it, but so Starman, there you go. Okay. So, Starman actually was from Bowie's Ziggy Stardust and the Rise of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars album, which came out in 1972. So that was another old one. Oldie but a goodie. So I hope, folks, that your holiday plans are going well for you. We're only 5 days away from Christmas Day. And I think, I could be wrong, because I'm not extremely knowledgeable about this, but I think Hanukkah starts this weekend. Today's Friday, so I think it starts maybe tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. No comments yet. If you're out there and you're listening, folks, please let me know that I'm coming through okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell. This is a song by this is a kind of a melancholy tune. I've always thought it's a song about longing for someone special, longing for something from your past. Possibly longing for someone that you can't have. I don't know. Anyway, Ryan Adams is one of my favorite songwriters. He gets a bad rap lately because of some things that he did unrelated to music, but as a songwriter, I think he's really good. And this is a song from his self-titled album from 2014, just simply titled Ryan Adams. This is called Wrecking Ball. Hey, Doug. Thanks, Doug. Thank you very much. Driving through the streets tonight, hot, I got the windows down. I wish I could call you, wish you were still around. Nothing much left in the tank, somehow this thing still dries. Forgot what I needed, somehow it still survives. And all the walls we build, they must come down. Hey, you're my wrecking ball, won't you come and maybe knock me down? Hey, you're my wrecking ball, won't you come and maybe knock me down? Hey, you're my wrecking ball, won't you come and maybe come and knock me down? Come and knock me down tonight. Lying in the bed at night, feeling like I'm somebody else. My thoughts inside my head get lost inside this haunted house. Everyone I used to know left their dreams by the door. I accidentally kick them, that's how I can tell you're still not sure. And all the walls we build, they rise and fall. Hey, you're my wrecking ball, won't you come and maybe knock me down? Hey, you're my wrecking ball, won't you come and maybe knock me down? Hey, you're my wrecking ball, won't you come and maybe knock me down? Hey, you're my wrecking ball, won't you come and knock me down? Come and knock me down, come and knock me down tonight. Come and knock me down, come and knock me down, come and knock me down tonight. Come and knock me down, come and knock me down, come and knock me down tonight. Driving through the streets tonight, it's hot, I got the windows down. I wish I could call you, wish you were still around. My wrecking ball. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's do one more, and then we'll get to our little segments. This is an original song. I'm only playing a couple originals tonight, but I think this is a song that kind of captures the hope that maybe we'll straighten ourselves out as a race and look closely in the mirror at ourselves and figure out that we were what we were truly meant to be. Let me tune this young lady up here for a sec. Oh, it looks like she's pretty good. This is a song I wrote. I didn't write the date on this one down here for myself, but it was during the whole pandemic thing. I think I've mentioned this before. I've played this before at a live stream a while ago, but this is a song called "Meant to Love." I can remember the first time I went to the grocery store during the whole lockdown, when everything was locked down, and you had to really plan out your journeys around. And I can remember pulling up into the ShopRite in Flemington, and you had to wear a mask to go in. Absolutely had to wear a mask. And they only let a certain amount of people in at a time. As people came out, they let a few more in. And I can remember standing in line with all these people, and it was an early morning. It was kind of foggy out. It's real surreal look to everything. And I'm standing there, and nobody's talking to each other, and we're all like 6 feet away from each other, and this is outside. And then, we were let in a couple at a time, and it was quiet in the grocery store, and it was just this, it seemed really surreal to me. So I went home, and a couple days later I wrote this song. And I think it captures a little bit of maybe the hope for the future that is prevalent during the season. Meant to love. Come on, turn off. There you go. When I thought I was winning, just before the shit hit the fan, seemed to me I had a plan. Now all around me is shattered, broken and missing some strings. Can't find the groove, I'm missing my swing. All these faceless people quietly standing in line, their empty eyes look just like mine. Daily struggle to find some reason to this rhyme. Just can't seem to reach across that line. When you get down to the bone, past our differences and blood, we were meant to love. Heart under lock and key will stop beating in time. Be true to the love to reach the sublime. There's a point on the horizon where the dark runs from the light. Love and justice forever unite. If we stand against a bitter wind, truth and knowledge common ground, the beating of hearts, a beautiful sound. Daily struggle to find some reason to this rhyme. Gotta learn to reach across that line. When you get down to the bone, past our differences and blood, we were meant to love. We were meant to love. We were meant to love. Meant to Love. I love playing that song. It's one of my favorite, more recent tunes. Okay, so, as I usually do, most of the time, it is time for What's That Noise? This is the segment of the show where I speak about what I'm listening to. And you know, I wasn't going to have it in this episode, but at the last minute, I picked this CD up that I had ordered a while ago that was just released. And it's by, what's her name? Andrew Bird and, I'm sorry, guys. Andrew Bird and Madison Cunningham. Andrew Bird and Madison Cunningham. It's all it's called. And I listened to, you know, when I was looking around, I like Andrew Bird. Andrew Bird's a really fine songwriter. He plays the violin, he plays the guitar also. And he's an accomplished whistler. But he's a really original sound. Yeah, you should check him out. He's got a slew of albums out. But this, every now and then he does a duo with someone that he knows, I guess. Madison Cunningham is an artist in her own right. Really interesting sound on her own. In fact, I had never heard anything from her before. And after listening to this album, I went ahead and ordered her more recent CD because this is so good. What this is, though, this is not original. This is a reworking of the Buckingham Nicks album. It's all the same songs that were on the original Buckingham Nicks album. If you don't know about that album, Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks, they were a couple before they joined Fleetwood Mac. And they put out one album under just Buckingham Nicks. Very hard to find on vinyl nowadays. Really hard to find on CD, to tell you the truth. Even if you went on iTunes or Spotify, I doubt it's there. I picked up a vinyl copy. I've been wanting one for years. I picked one up at a vinyl store, one of my favorite vinyl stores out in Doylestown. Pretty beat up copy, but I wanted to get it. And it's a fine album, and it's really interesting to listen to because it really shows the the emergence of two songwriters that became worldly famous. I mean, Fleetwood Mac is, at their time, were probably the biggest band in the world. And are still regarded fondly and loved by a lot of fans. But this is interesting. It's a reworking. It's not a note for note, copy of the songs. This is very creative. There's violin in it. It's really interesting. And it really proves the fact what great songwriters Buckingham and Nicks were, because these songs are really good, reworked by another duo. So you should check it out. I've listened to it a few times, and every time the past 2 times I've listened to it, I'm finding something different in it that I really love. So that's what I'm listening to. And now it is time for, I could probably do this better. What are you reading? So what am I reading right now? This year I read a ton of books, because I've been down basically with some health issues, so I've had time to sit down in my demo studio and demo songs, and I've had time to read because I really haven't been able to physically do much else. But I told you guys, if you've been listening for a while, you know all about it. Ian Fraser is one of my favorite authors. I've read several of his books. He wrote a book back in I guess it was the late 90s, maybe early 2000s, called The Great Plains. He writes about places and basically researches them a lot, and writes about the history of the place. I found Great Plains fascinating. Learned a lot of stuff that I'd never known before about the Great Plains. This he writes about. He lives in New Jersey. He lives in Montclair, New Jersey, just north of here. And this is about, he spent a lot of time in New York, and this is called Paradise Bronx, The Life and Times of New York's Greatest Borough. It's big. It's like over 500 pages. And I wasn't sure about it, but I saw it reviewed. I subscribe to a weekly newsletter sent via email from my favorite bookstore, which is the Frenchtown Bookshop at Frenchtown, New Jersey, that the owner does. And he talked about this book, that it was brand new. So I got it. I ordered it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. Fascinating book. If you're into learning about different places and the history, I mean, he dives deep. He goes way back to before the Revolutionary War and talks about the area of land that became the Bronx. And he talks about the whole city pretty much, but he focuses in on the Bronx. And it's fascinating. Really good book. Really, really good book. So that's it. Ian Fraser, Paradise Bronx, and Cunningham Bird. You should check both of them out. Definitely. Okay. Let's get back to the music here. I am pretty big fan of, I use the word fan sparingly, pretty big follower of Bob Dylan. I think if you're a songwriter, a singer-songwriter of any type, or a songwriter of any type, you gotta appreciate the man, because he's probably one of the greatest living songwriters. A lot of people don't like him, but you gotta respect the songs that he's written. I have favorite Bob Dylan albums. I don't like worship everything he ever does. Some albums I don't care for, but there are a number that I really do enjoy. Oh Mercy is one of them. You know, the usual ones, Blonde on Blonde, everybody likes. Yeah, that's good. And that, Kenny. Hey, Kenny. Old friend from college. Kenny, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. You know, Blonde on Blonde and, oh, geez. I'm drawing a blank. But my favorite Bob Dylan album, by far, I think it was the peak for him, was Blood on the Tracks. I don't think much else that he's done compares to that, really. I think it's a masterpiece of songwriting. Every song on it. And it's my favorite Bob Dylan album, Blood on the Tracks. And this has got to be my favorite Bob Dylan song. And I used to have it in my repertoire. I used to do it a lot. Anytime I played live, I would do this song usually. And I've got several Dylan songs that I do. And then I stopped doing it for a long time. I think I stopped doing it because, you know, he was probably an influence on me writing-wise, and I might have a song or two that maybe sound a little like him. So I stopped doing this song in particular. This is called Simple Twist of Fate. Kind of my own rendition of it. Sat together in the park as the evening sky grew dark. She looked at him, it felt a spark tingle to his bones. It was then he felt alone and wished that he gone astray. Watched out for that simple twist of fate. Along by the old canal, little confused, I remember well. Stopped off to a cheap hotel with the neon burning bright. He felt the heat of the night hit him like a freight train moving saxophone someplace far off played. She was walking down the arcade. Light burst through a beat-up shade where he was waking up. She dropped a coin into a cup of a blind man at the gate. Forgot about that simple twist of fate. Woke up, the room was bare, didn't see her anywhere. Told himself he didn't care, pushed the window open wide. Felt the emptiness inside, to which he just could not relate. It was brought on by a simple twist of fate. Hears the ticking of the clocks, walks along with the parrot talks, hunts her down by the waterfront docks where the sailors all come in. Maybe she'll pick him out again. How long must he wait? Just one more time for a simple twist of fate. People tell me it's a sin to know and feel too much within. I do believe she was my twin, but I lost the ring. See, she was born in spring, but I was born too late. Blame it on a simple twist of fate. Yeah, you can blame it on a simple twist of fate. Simple Twist of Fate. I love that song. That is just, oh man. I always picture this. It's almost like a movie in my head. I mean, I picture it's a story about a relationship. In fact, to me it is. It's a story about a relationship, you know, very short-lived. And now he's hoping for something more. He wishes he could find her again. And I always picture, someone could make a black and white movie out of this song. I've always felt, you know, I always picture these scenes that Dylan's describing. You know, he wakes up, the room is bare. He doesn't see her anywhere. Told himself he didn't care. Pushed the window open wide. There's just so much subtle detail, you know? I just think this song is pure genius. Thanks, Kenny. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. But anyway, so let's get back to a Christmas song. This is my holiday special, so I got to play a couple Christmas songs. We opened up with Kinda Looks Like Christmas by the Royal Guardsmen. And back in the early 2000s, I put out, ever since I was a little kid, I was really into Christmas carols and the Christmas hymns in church and stuff. Growing up the son of a pastor, come on. I can remember sitting in the pew. Okay. There we go. I can remember sitting in the pew of my dad's church, sandwiched in between my mother and my sister, who was 4 years older than me here. And I'd be sitting there through the sermon or whatever with a hymnal in my hand, thumbing through, and I always loved to go to this section that was the Christmas carols. And I've always loved Christmas music. And so, as I was saying, in the early 2000s, at the time I had a small little digital 8-track machine. And I produced my own Christmas albums as gifts for friends and family. Christmas CDs. I think I did 3 or 4 of them. Wrote a couple Christmas songs myself. And yes, I did, Kenny. One of my favorite bands as a kid. Bears, Peanut Butter, Little Red. Yeah, I was saying before you tuned in, Kenny, that the Royal Guardsman, Snoopy and the Royal Guardsman was my favorite Christmas album as a kid. I loved that album, and I still have it today, and every Christmas I play it. I just love that album. And the first song I did was one from that album, Kinda Looks Like Christmas. But anyway, getting back to this, in the early 2000s, I produced 3 or 4 Christmas CDs for friends and family. And I wrote over the years a couple original Christmas songs. But I also would do my own versions of some carols. And I was really into the history of some of the songs too. And this one is called Bells of Christmas. And it's based on the poem that Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote back, I think it was the 1860s. He wrote this, the poem, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. He had a son who was injured in the Civil War, and he hated all aspects of war. And the song is basically about, hearing the tolling of bells during wartime. And I always loved this song, and I kind of based my version on, lots of people have done covers of this tune. What's the name of the band from years ago? Barton Hollow. They did one. John Gorka has done one. And I think John Gorka is probably the closest to what I do with it. But so this is one of the songs that I put on one of those Christmas CDs back in the early 2000s. This is called Bells of Christmas. Heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play. Wild and sweet the words repeat, the peace on earth, goodwill to man. Peace on earth, goodwill to man. And I thought how his day had come, the belfries of all Christendom held along the unbroken song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. And in despair I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said. Hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then pealed the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor doth his sleep. Wrong shall fail, the right prevail. Of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play. Wild and sweet the words repeat, peace on earth, goodwill to men. 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 Bells of Christmas. So like I said, that was based on the poem written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and years later it was originally put to music as a hymn by John Baptiste Calkin, who at that time in the 1800s, I guess, was a very popular hymn writer. All right. So, let's get to our final song for the evening. Is another original. I thought this speaks a little bit also to the feeling of loneliness and longing for someone else or something else. This is a song that was on my first CD, Kicking Up Stones, which I put out back in 2017. And it's on Spotify and all the streaming platforms if you care, or if you really badly want a physical copy, you can message me and I will send one out to you for a small fee. This is a song called See Past Me. On the record, it was, really produced. I had a full band behind me. But this is, you're getting kind of the way it was originally written right here. See Past Me. Song's a little high, so I got to lubricate the old vocal cords. See Past Me. Dusty road stretches before me, it's the shoulder of my pack. Headed out for the horizon, me no going back. Just this threadbare jacket and beat up old guitar. And the memory of her in a chorus and a verse. Searching for answers when I look in her eyes. What was this she said about letting me fly? Coming to terms where the land meets the sea. Finding the strength. See past me. See past me. See past me. See past me. Memories of better times, like silent movies in my mind. Rain upon the rooftop, passing time. Strumming on my heartstrings, picking seeking out the truth. Highway signs and broken lines and empty bar stools. Searching for answers from that look in her eyes. What was this she said about letting me fly? Coming to terms where the land meets the sea. Finding the strength. See past me. See past me. See past me. See past me. What up, 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 ba da da, what da 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 da. What da da, what da 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 da. There ain't no ace up my sleeve, no easy way to please me. All I can be is who I am, all I can see is straight ahead. Why can't you please understand just what I mean? When I'm on my knees, I'm begging you to help me, please. Help me to see past me. See past me. See past me. See past me. What I do? What ba da ba 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 ba. What I do? See past me. See past me. Hey folks, that's about all I've got for you tonight. Hey, happy holidays to all of you. I hope that your holiday is everything that you hope it to be. Be kind to each other, folks. Reach out to someone who maybe isn't having as great a holiday as they would like. And be sympathetic, be kind. Until we meet again, folks, have a great rest of your weekend and a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.